If you've been searching Mount Pleasant homes for sale here in Washington, D.C., this property right behind me might be worth a real look. It's a 1925s row home that's been renovated to include 4 full levels, and it's only minutes away from Rock Creek Park. This listing is listed by Mary Saltzman of Compass Realty, and it has one thing that a lot of properties in D.C. don't have: a walkout basement and 2 parking spots. Let's check it out. All right, guys, today we're in the northwest quadrant of Washington, D.C. We're in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood, and we're looking at this property that's 2916 18th Street in northwest Washington, D.C. This listing is listed at $1,725,000 and is brought to us by Mary Saltzman of Compass Realty. As of today, it's June 1st. It's been on the market for 75 days, and they just recently had a price improvement last month to this specific amount. One thing I like about this property is that most Mount Pleasant DC homes make you choose between charm and space, but this one gives you both. You have 4 finished levels, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and right under 2,400 square feet. And of course, you can see the recent updates that they did. They've opened up the space to make it a lot more inviting. They've updated the kitchen. They kept the original hardwood floors, which I absolutely love about a lot of DC properties, is that they mix a combination of the old character with some new style. So as we enter, of course, right now, currently we are in the main living area. The first room that we saw was the dining room. This is the main living area. And you have your renovated kitchen here. I love the updates that they made to the kitchen. Of course, you have your wine cooler, your quote unquote chef's pantry, I consider it here. You have Viking appliances. You have nice marble countertops. And of course, you have white cabinetry, which makes any room nice, bright, and airy. And of course, you have your gas stove, which again is Viking, and you have 6 burners. You have your farmhouse sink here. And of course, you have your view of your backyard area. I know a lot of people are going to give me some criticism about the backyard area, but let them fly. You have your deck here. And you have a walk down to where you can get to your 2 parking spots. And like I mentioned, this is something that a lot of homes in DC don't have. They don't have designated parking for their specific properties. This one has 2 parking spots. You don't have to depend on street parking, but street parking is an option. I parked on the street to get here. I'm sure a lot of people do on their day-to-day if they can find a spot outside. But here's another pan of the main level. And like I mentioned, this has 4 complete levels. I love the upper level, so stay tuned for that. Almost missed this bathroom here. So as you see, they've done a good amount of renovations here. This floor really pops. Now as we head upstairs, again, they maintain the consistent oak floors. You have a nice skylight, which brings a lot of natural light to this main level. Without the lights, it'll still be nice and bright and airy. And of course, you have your primary bedroom here. I absolutely love this closet. And of course, you have your bathroom as well. You could go in either way. So you have your full stand-up bath here with your rainfall shower head, of course, your standard shower head as well. And then you have your egress window. You have dual vanities with, again, marble countertop, and of course your toilet. Nice, bright and airy this home is. You see the other skylight here. Then you have an additional one here in your closet. Beautiful custom closet. I love the exposed brick look. Again, I love the mix of modern elements, but some of the old characteristics of this property. In here, you have your own washer dryer. This is a beautiful closet. One thing about the Mount Pleasant location is that this is why properties stay pretty competitive. You're blocks away from Rock Creek Park, the Metro, and Adams Morgan. So there are a lot of things to do, and it's Metro accessible. So you won't miss a beat anywhere in the city. This is the shared bathroom, the community bath for the second level. Then you have 2 additional bedrooms. Bedroom 1. As you see, you just get tons of natural light with this property. This room is a very good size. Has its own closet, of course. And as we go through, you have bedroom 3. Bedroom 3 is a lot smaller, but it still gets the job done. Like I mentioned, this one has 4 levels. So I'm taking you up to a level that they converted into an office. Of course, it was more so like attic space. But I love what they did here. This is something that I would have done. This is the space for it, but this is your office here. You have a reading nook. And it's nice and moody. You have your nice forest green color going on. This is where the work gets done to maintain a property like this at the $1 million mark. Here's another pan. So of course, again, this is the 4th level. As we head down, we're going to go to the 3rd level. I'm sorry, the basement level, but let's walk through the property again so that we can see the true essence of this beautiful Mount Pleasant home. And if you made it this far, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my following to 4,000, and we're on the right track. We're on the right pace. Weekly, I'm gonna give you a house tour. I'm going to give you some educational DC market information. I'll give you information on programs. So stay tuned and make sure you subscribe and tap the bell so you're notified every single time that I post. Headed to the lower level here. So at lower level, you have LVP on the flooring. You have another office area here. Again, a lot of work needs to be done to maintain the property. And one thing that I love about a lot of DC homes is that the lower level can be its own separate unit, right? So you have a bedroom here. You have a bathroom, full bathroom. This is your 3rd full bath. And you have, I would consider this a wet bar, but of course you can convert this into a fully functioning kitchen as long as you add a stove. It can be electric. It's easier to put an electric stove down here, but again, this can be a self-sustaining lower level that somebody can actually live here, and they have their own access, because as we go through here, this is the door that they can use to be able to get in. And like I mentioned, one thing you want to stay tuned for is the 2 parking spots that you get. Again, you don't have to rely on street parking, but there is street parking available and it's plentiful. And this is what the rear of the property looks like. And a few more miscellaneous things that I do want to show just in this basement. Of course, you have your walk area here. Hang your coats, hang your shoes, storage. And of course, you have under the stair storage here as well. Again, this house has right under 2,400 square feet, 2,396 to be exact. So you have a lot of room to make this yours. You have a lot of room to convert this level into a fully functioning rental. The sky's the limit with this property, and I absolutely love it. Again, I want to thank Mary Saltzman for allowing us to view this spectacular Mount Pleasant property. And if this Mount Pleasant property caught your eye, or if any other property caught your eye, be sure to reach out to me. The link to reach out to me is in my description box below. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every single time that I post. I do property tours. I talk about DC real estate market. I talk about different properties and just a lot of educational videos. And I want you to be informed so that you can make the move to DC or within the city that much easier. I'm your guide, Gerald Jordan, and I'm signing out.